Today I'm going to show you Burleigh Head National Park. The headland consists of a 1.2 kilometre ocean view track or a 1.7 kilometre rainforest circuit at the top of the headland. And you can access the rainforest circuit from a linking track on the Tallebudgera side as well as a linking track on the Burleigh side. I've decided to come to the headland from the Tallebudgera Creek side. Both sides are very popular and it's very tricky to get parking on a beautiful hot summer's day, especially in the holidays. And I was very fortunate to get the last car park. I arrived early at 8 a.m. The tide's quite high this morning. It can be higher to where the rocky edge is all covered and the beach also almost disappears. It's a beautiful spot to swim and to play and to paddleboard. There's beaches on this side and a bigger beach on the other side. There's this little rocky edge that goes all the way from this little beach up to the bridge, and it's a great spot for snorkeling along there. You can see Mount Cougal over the bridge there in the background of the hinterland. And there's a beautiful headland that we're going to be walking up into. So we'll go back to the ocean view track. Now there's a little bit of a crossway here. That's the path we'll be coming back on from the rainforest circuit. You can see another path to the right that goes to the beach, and we're just going to continue straight on the ocean view track. There's a gated area so that when certain weather conditions happen, they lock the gates. There's a lot of rocks and it's a bit of a rock for fall area. You can see all the rocks there. Then you come out of the bush, you can start to see the sun and some beautiful views of the Tallebudgera Creek and the creek seawall there. Views all the way down to the South Gold Coast and the beautiful Pacific Ocean. And now you can just see the Surfers Paradise City there up to the north. You can see the rocks all the way from the top down to the bottom, so you can understand why it's a dangerous rockfall area. And there's the gates on the Burleigh side. So if it's windy or there's wet weather, things like that, they'll close the gates. Little lookout there just before you get to Burleigh. We're going to go up this track to link to the rainforest circuit, but I just want to show you first the Burleigh side. Very popular place for picnics, watching the surface, even seeing the sunset at night. Alright, so let's take the Burleigh linking track up to the rainforest circuit. Lots of stairs up this way. This is a 460 metre track joining up to the rainforest circuit. There's a little friend there, a little lizard. See plenty of birds, including the bush turkeys. Here's a little junction where you can continue up to the rainforest circuit, or you can take a quick little detour to the lookout. Beautiful views across to Burleigh and up to Surfers Paradise. And I noticed another little friend just behind me. Okay, let's keep going up. Beautiful big strangler figs. Areas where there's lots of rocks. A couple of little seats along the way to have a rest, have a nice view of the bush. And just up here is the intersection for the rainforest circuit. You can go to the right or to the left. I decided to go to the left because that way you've got views of the ocean. Big fenced off area with all the rocks that you can imagine falling down onto the ocean path below in bad weather. And just up here is a little lookout before you continue to a bigger lookout just up the way. Beautiful views of the Pacific Ocean, and you can see why it's called the Pacific Ocean. It's very peaceful and calm. Little butterfly there just to add to the scenery. And like I said, not much further is a bigger lookout. So what I did today was I came along the Ocean View path, came up the Burleigh linking path to join up to the Rainforest Circuit, and I'm just going to do half of the Rainforest Circuit and go back on the Tallebudgera linking path to the main path down the bottom. Otherwise it gets a little bit tricky trying to do the Rainforest Circuit and the Ocean View path. You can double up on yourself a little bit. So if you do want to do the whole circuit, you will just see more bush on the other half of the circuit. This half that I'm doing is where you've got the views of the ocean. So again, just beautiful rainforest. You hear lots of birds, very noisy cicadas. A lot of rocks on the headland, as you can see. A lot of lizards. And here's the junction where you can either continue right to do the whole Rainforest Circuit and you'll end up back on that other junction I showed you on the Burleigh side, or I'm going to actually continue down here on the Tallebudgera linking path, and there's the bottom where we started. So I hope you enjoyed the headland. It's a beautiful place to go right here in our backyard for a beautiful hike. Lots of people out jogging, running, walking, enjoying this beautiful place.